This video is sponsored by my OnlyFans, where I do my meaningful sex educational content, fitness, health, nutrition, relationship advice, and more. And hi guys, and welcome to Gage Reviews, and to this review actually of what Jennifer Warren said and shocked me. So guys, we're going to take a look at this video in particular. Just hold on a minute because it decided to play itself. Okay. Before we get to it, I'm going to explain what it is, then we're going to check the video out. I just can't believe it, guys. I just can't. Okay, so apparently Jennifer Warren was alongside Viola Davis in Variety, and they did a lot of topics, and one of the topics was about, well, action female stars, and Jennifer Warren basically said that she's the first. What? I just can't. I just can't. I mean, this is absolutely inexcusable and it's factually incorrect. I mean, they want female-led movies, right? Why would they do such stupid things? Why would just, like, I just can't, okay? So we're going to get through that video now, because I'm just besides myself. I literally wanted to do a Q&A today, but I saw this and I'm like, okay, I have to talk about that. I mean, it's not every day that I get to cover such stories, because there are, a ton first, and not all of them I take to heart, and my channel is not about that, but there's some things that I would like to say, especially as someone that is a female, and not woke, to those people, to tell them what their reality is, not that they're going to hear me, but I still want to explain, from a female perspective, how things really are, and not, taken out of the butt and portrayed in a wrong manner, and that is bad for absolutely everyone, female or non-female, because it's lie. It's just a ton of lies. It's not correct. So hi to everybody in the chat, guys. Frozzy, thank you, Frozzy. Hi to my Primarks. Thanks so much, guys. So I'm gonna get to your comments. But first, let's see what actually was said, and then we are getting to the comments, guys. So hold on.
Oh, absolutely. And
I'm going to have to make this full screen. It's a bit harder to do these things from OBS. So hold on, guys. To the very least, I can just play the audio.
So happy every single time I see a movie come out that just blows through.
I don't really want to have the issue of copyright, which is happening too often these days. So let me see here what I can do. Okay, so let us hear this. Let us just hear it. Oh boy.
I remember when I was doing Hunger Games, nobody had ever put a woman in the lead of an action movie because it wouldn't work. We were told girls and boys can both identify with a male lead, but boys cannot identify with a female lead.
Oh, absolutely.
And it just makes me so happy every single time I see a movie come out that just blows through every single one of those beliefs and proves that it is just a lie to keep certain people out of the movies, to keep certain people in the same positions that they've always been in. And it's just amazing to watch it happen and watch you at the helm.
I can't believe my ears and my eyes. I just can't. Okay, so first of all, Jennifer Lawrence and Viola Davis, who also is delusional, by the way, because her movie, The Woman King, is based on tons of lies, but it claims to be a historical movie, so you cannot do this if you're going to lie in it about everything. Okay, anyway, so one by one, because there's just so much I want to discuss about this. So first, before like the Hunger Games, we had what? There's so many movies actually. Female-led movies, action movies. Charlie's Angels, what? Kill Bill, Tomb Raider, freaking Alien. You know, with Sigourney Weaver. Somebody has to call Sigourney Weaver and say, "Hey, Sigourney, I tell you what, you actually have not let any female, any action movie as a woman in the times where everything was Arnold and, you know, Stallone and Jean-Claude Van Damme and all of those guys. In these times, she let a movie." And Ripley is one of the most iconic female characters ever. And there's so many men that love this movie and love her. Everyone loves her and those movies, at least most of them, because they're amazing movies and they do not care that she's a woman. I mean, Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm going to get ahead of myself, but yeah, if we go back before Jennifer Lawrence, and some of us have not been born yet, we will still find female characters, female action characters, and movies that are led by a female action character. What else? The Underworld franchise, the Resident Evil franchise, Mila Jovovich. Just call Mila and say, "Oh, Mila, do you know that you didn't actually do anything because Jennifer Lawrence thinks that you don't exist. She doesn't know movie history. She doesn't know female movie something history, or she just choose to lie, or I don't know how she can be that stupid, but apparently she is. Even if she really does not know that she's not the first, female action star on the movie screen that is leading a movie, she has to check Google. There's a Google. There is a Google. I'm just besides myself, really. I just can't believe this is happening, honestly. I just can't, pure facts to be totally discarded. This never happened. So Uma Thurman, call Uma Thurman and tell her, you didn't do Kill Bill actually, you didn't lead this movie. No. No, you dreamed all of this, and all of the millions of people that saw this movie also dreamt of it, and it's not real at all. And there's a lot more. And let's not start with the freaking female-led shows that are so many before the Hunger Games. Once again, before, because we're talking about before. Of course, there's some after. Oh, Ultraviolet, I think that was maybe earlier than the Hunger Games as well, with Mila Jovovich once again. And about the shows, there's Xena Warrior Princess, the show led by Lucy Lawless and Renee O'Connor, who was playing Gabrielle. And what we saw in that show was never was never done before. I really besides myself, really, guys. I never been so out of myself, probably so outraged until now. For some reason, this just completely baffled me. So yeah, and there's even a subtext, LGBT subtext, that the showrunners came up with, but that was never canon in the show. That's another topic. But the point is that Xena did so many things that now are oh, it's new stuff. No, it was already done by Xena. There was the Wonder Woman show. What else? There's just so many. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Red Sonja. That was 100 years ago, and a lot of other stuff. Really, Salt with Angelina Jolie. On top of my head, there's so many more. I'm sure that you guys in the comments are going to tell me, more examples. But let us touch upon her other points that are also totally not true.
I remember when I was doing Hunger Games,
Oh, that was 100 years ago. Yes.
Nobody had ever put a woman in the lead of an action movie because it wouldn't work.
Okay. Okay, and Katniss actually is one of the not the very good female characters, because like there's so many more female characters that are stronger than her mentally, physically, not with superpower, just in general. So she's not even the best. She's just like very mediocre, honestly. I used to watch the movies, but she was really annoying, especially like in the third one or in the second one. Don't remember now, but it was so slow. It was just, I mean, she in general is not such a good character. I mean, she has some good stuff, but yeah,
We
not
were
that much.
told girls and boys can both identify with a male lead, but boys cannot identify.
But that's not true. Sorry, that's not true. I have plenty of male friends, and you guys in the chat as well, that you can totally identify. I mean, identification with a character, first of all, that is ridiculous. When I watch anything, I don't expect that I'm going to identify with the freaking character, because I am me and the character is the character, you know? When I watched Xena when I was a kid, you know, I was like, okay, here is this amazing warrior woman. She is smart, she is capable, she is adequate in every aspect. She knows a ton of martial arts styles and techniques, and she has this title, you know, of Xena Warrior Princess. Am I all of those things that she is? I mean, yeah, I do have some qualities that are kind of like Xena, let's say, but I'm a modern person living in a modern world. I'm not gonna take a sword and go bring justice to you know, someone. I don't have a chakram, you know. I know a part of martial arts, and I kick several guys' asses all by myself, but that doesn't mean that I'm Xena, that I should be identifying with her. I would just like, okay, this character inspires me because she has a lot of layers to her. She has qualities that she built up. She's not a Mary Sue. She had to suffer a lot to get through all of, I mean, to get through what happened to her, and in the end, you know, become this really cool warrior and become a good person, not a bad person. There's so many things about Xena, really. And am I an evil person? No. Was I an evil person then became good? No. So I don't need all of those things. I don't need to identify with anyone. I don't need to identify with Wonder Woman. I don't need to identify with who else? I don't know, Buffy. It doesn't matter, you know. I just need to see a character that is very that is well written, that has layers, that is just like you know, not one dimensional. It has good qualities. It's interesting. All of that. It's just that, you know. I also grew up because of my dad, because he loved, you know, action movies. I also grew up with Arnold's older movies, Jean-Claude Van Damme, some of the Sylvester Stallone movies, not all, and some other, you know, Jason Statham movies, and a lot of action movies in general. And they were, you know, mostly guys led. And you know, when I watch that and when I watch a female led movie, it's so great to me. I don't need to be a man once again to understand what is Rambo going through, or what Arnold is going through, like in Commando when his daughter got kidnapped, and in Terminator when he was a Terminator. Do you understand the Terminator? Yes, a lot of us, and not all of us that watch Terminator, understand Terminator, but we are not robots. We are not cybernetic organisms. You know, we are not we are not machines, but we can understand that. We don't need to be that. In the same kind of a way, you know, when I watched like diversity in Xena, I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, actually, yeah. Did you know that there's a ton of diversity in Xena? Nobody forced that. They just did it like naturally. Although in Greek mythology, you know, I mean, Xena is like, you know, mixed with history. So it's mythology with history, and Xena was there for a lot of very important stuff in history. You know, she met Caesar, Cleopatra, and so on. So she is like the one factor everywhere, and there was so much diversity in the show that nowadays those woke people like pretend that that never happened, that Xena was never like what she was, and that there was no diversity. I mean, not only Xena, but Xena was the show that did so many of the things that people now pretend that they never were before, but they were. There was literally black people in Greece. And she was to, I mean, she went to China, she went to Egypt. There's just, it's, I mean, it's literally ridiculous in terms of historical facts and all of that, but that's not a historical show, it's actually a fantasy show. So they can do whatever the heck they want, and they did, and all of those actors that they did pick, you know, they were just perfect actors, you know, no matter if they actually didn't fit the setting. You don't see that they don't fit the setting. You feel that they do because they're perfect for those roles. But anyway, I digress. Point is that no one needs to have the other person's parts to feel like they cannot enjoy a character, understand the character, or enjoy the whole thing, you know, a movie or a show or whatever the case may be. So that is stupid. So girls can identify with boys, she says, but boys cannot identify with girls. Like I said, the point is not even about identification in the first place, and guys can understand what the female character is going through just as well, as long as the character is written well, the story is written well, the script and everything else. Anybody that has intelligence, enough enough intelligence, you know, will understand. It's not about you know, it's not about freaking gender or whatever. Just not. So I don't know in what world she has lived in until now. And common sense does not exist in this world. Once again, guys, I'm gonna get to your comments. Just hold on. It's a brief video. I'm gonna say what I want to say about it, and then we're going to get through all your comments.
with a female lead.
Oh, absolutely.
And it
Viola Davis just as crazy, yes. Bravo, Viola Davis.
just makes me so happy every single time I see a movie come out that just blows through every single one of those beliefs and proves that it is just a lie to
Yeah.
keep certain
But you are telling a lie right now. Every one of those beliefs. What beliefs? I am very happy that I'm not a kid right now, guys, because if I was, I would probably be brainwashed from all of this stupidity. You know? Like before 2000, and I don't know now, 2016 maybe? I mean, that is when most of such stupid stuff started to, you know, try to delete history and try to create sexism where there wasn't, and create other stupid
certain
stuff like that when
people
there
out of
wasn't.
the movies, to keep certain people in the same positions that they've always been in. And it's just amazing to watch it happen and watch you at the helm.
And by the way, Cynthia Rothrock, if you have heard about her, she was like the female Jean-Claude Van Damme. Once again, in the times where, you know, female leads were not that prominent, she is still one of the best, like, you know, true martial artists. And I mean, she doesn't have a lot of roles in nowadays, but she's still a legend. Cynthia Rothrock, if anyone watched old movies with her and so on. So, getting to her comments now. Whew. So, Andrea, starting with you, we shouldn't even pay them any attention is the best way to combat stupidity. Actually, in this case, I can agree, Andrea, because the people that actually have some kind of a brains, you know, in common sense, we do have to speak out against that, and they did, you know, make her look even stupider on Twitter, as far as I understood. These stuff should not be legitimized. You know, these ways of thinking, these lies that are spoken. Like once again, somebody called Demi Moore, her film Jane, something Jane, I forgot, and Charlie's Angels. She was also in the Charlie's Angels, by the way. And the second one, I think she was the villain. So 3 women leading a movie plus Demi Moore 4. How about that, Jennifer Lawrence? You know, all of those women leading the movie. So yeah, we have to speak about those things because they want to make these things real when they're not. I just don't understand. the reality is not, it's not bad. It's not that bad for sure. And it's total lie. Why would they want to be like, oh, now we are getting to the female roles in movies and shows? I mean, what is next? They're going to say that there are no female actors ever? Well, they're the first. And of course, I clicked on one of the other clips from that whole sitting with the two of them, and Viola Davis was like, well, one of the things that they got going for me is that I'm black. Oh, really? There were no black actresses before you? Do you know how many there are? Freaking, like, I can't believe it. Like, Halle Berry, guys. That just one. One. And she's amazing. So I don't know what the heck, once again, what the heck. It's not enough that they're giving, and other black people are speaking about this too, they're giving roles to black actors that are white, they're race bending. They're giving, roles to black actors that are supposed to be played by red-haired characters like Ariel, and that's not the first case of a red hair character that's supposed to be played by a white person to be given to a black person. That's also not the first, and that's not doing any service to the black actors or black people in general, because they're doing the bare minimum to give them roles instead of coming out with original characters for them, and thus respecting them as actors, as performers in general. They're just giving them roles, a white rose. That's not respecting them at all. And a lot of black people do see this and agree, and they feel that this is insulting because it is. So it's not actually doing them any service. And yeah, the thumbnail. Yeah, Andre. Hope it's all great with you too. And continuing along the comments, these people are so uncultured and stupid. It's kind of amazing. Well, like I've said, just freaking Google it, even if they really don't know. Even if Jennifer Lawrence didn't know, and she's an actor. She's supposed to know things at least a little bit. I was watching that actress that was playing Max in Stranger Things. She was on Jimmy Kimmel. I just forgot her name right now. And Jimmy Kimmel was asking if she had seen anything that Brandon Fraser did, because she is in his new movie Whale and she's playing his daughter. She said that yeah, she did saw some of his movies, not The Mummy, which I would recommend. Like, see The Mummy, it's amazing. She saw George of the Jungle, so on. But she's very, very, very young, so I can excuse her that she hasn't seen all of his movies. I have not as well. I only see the movies that I'm interested in. The point is that she did her homework. She did see some of his movies, so she can have some kind of idea of who he is as an actor, to get familiar with his work. And Jennifer Lawrence to speak out about something that she has zero idea about, or she's pretending to have zero idea about. This is either a huge manipulation, some kind of a Hollywood twisted idea of reality, and a narrative that they want to be driven forward, or she's really an idiot. And Ivy is shocked as well. She said that. Delusional indeed, it's crazy. We were she for past decades. In the 90s, even 80s, 70s? Oh, the 70s. Well, there was Charlie's Angels show. I don't know about, that early, really. I don't know as well about that early, but, at least I know around the 90s what happened then with the alien and the Red Sonja. If that was in the 90s, I'm not sure. Yes, she's not the first. She wishes. Actually, if I was Jennifer Lawrence, I would not wish to be the first, because that would mean that what she's saying is true. And that would mean that the world is more behind than we think. But it is not. Women are not the first, are not just appeared. Just appeared. Ha! Women. Oh my gosh. Nonsense, Terminator 2, Aliens, 1986, Alien 3, I love it and not ashamed, Alien 4, my guilty pleasure, yes, Charlie's Angels, awesome dear Ivy, thanks. Andrew says they should be ashamed. They're actually disrespecting the creators, actresses, and characters that came before. Absolutely, absolutely, Andrew, that is true. They know nothing. They, you know nothing, Jon Snow. It shows so much lack of knowledge. It makes me wanna slap her mouth. Indeed, yes, indeed. How to Paso Man? Well, Jennifer Aniston is great. Yeah, I like Jennifer Aniston as well. Hi, Chris. Her statements are huge disrespect to the women who came before her. Exactly, Matty. Once again. Andrew says, Kill Bill is my favorite film ever. Beatrix Kiddo is one of the coolest, most badass characters in cinema. God damn it, Jennifer! Just consume culture, you silly woman. I mean, for me, that's common knowledge. It's just common knowledge. When you're a movie fan, even if you're not an actor, and even if you're an actor, even more, you should freaking know those things. It's a professional. It's professional like necessity, and it's a culture. To broaden your knowledge of culture. We have a word for that in Bulgarian, but I'm not sure in English if it has exactly the equivalent. But never mind. You know what I mean. Yes, this could be added too if you go back, although modern action films much later also had plenty of female leads, or at least female stars. Yeah, Red Sonja, yes. Thunderstorm, hi too. Even ancient place for the ancient world, including ancient books. I mean, yeah, once upon a time there was only a place, and yeah, that is it. Yes, Lara Croft. G.I. Jane. Yeah, that would Demi Moore. Even if the film wasn't my cup of tea. The Sarah Connor Chronicles. Yeah, that's a show with Lena Headey. But yeah, I love Lena Headey as the, yeah, just the absurdity and the interviewer going along with it. Someone punched them. The interviewer is freaking Viola Davis, Beauty and the Beast TV show. Oh, I used to watch that. The CW one? I used to watch that, yeah. Even Jet, hi to you. Sigourney Weaver, Scarlett Johansson, Lucy Liu. Scarlett Johansson, I mean, her movies are after 2012. I mean, Black Widow is like a year ago to this point, almost. Not a year, maybe less of a year, yeah. Lucy, that movie also newer, but yeah, it doesn't matter. I know what you mean. Lucy Liu, the one lady from The Closer, Jennifer Love Hewitt. Oh, Jennifer Love Hewitt, just love her. Carrie Fisher, Debbie Reynolds, Queen Latifah, the one lady from The Law and Order. I mean, Carrie Fisher is not actually the lead of Star Wars movies. I mean, she's a lead female character. She's not leading the movie, per se. But yeah, I mean, those are all female characters that are, somehow established on screen. The Matrix, even, why not? Well, Neo is leading the Matrix. We cannot say that Trinity is leading the Matrix. She's certainly a lot more important now in the third movie, and they're kind of like leading both of them, but he's still more of the lead than she is. That doesn't matter. I mean, we are talking about, she is talking about female-led movies, female-led action movies, action roles before 2012, before the first Hunger Games. That's what she's talking about. Of course, there's a lot more after. But like I've said, even the freaking, and there's so many of them, the Underworld franchise movies with Kate Beckinsale, who is one of the best actresses ever to me, one of the most beautiful, she's amazing, such a presence on screen. Mila Jovovich as well. With all of the Resident Evil movies. I grew up with these movies. And they were before 2012. I don't know, like when the last one were. They're more recent. I mean, the last Underworld, but it doesn't matter. The previous ones that are before 2012, entirely, not only movie, several movies, a franchise with a female-led action heroine, 2 of them. So yeah. Yeah, there are plenty. And Dear Titan says Jennifer Lawrence is living in a dream world. Well, in a nightmare world, actually. She's living in a nightmare world where there's a lot more sexism than it actually exists. I made a fantasy. Her comment is pathetic and disrespectful to all of the real female leads. You know who I never identify with? Katniss Everdeen. Yes, because she's kinda lame in many ways. But once again, we don't even need to identify. Oh, let's not forget Nikita. There was a TV show that's pretty great with Maggie Q. I really loved it. There's the original show that was also good at the time, and there's, I think, a movie even before that. La Femme Nikita something. But yeah, Nikita as well. Selena, I don't think I've seen that. The female actors from Criminal Minds. Dark Angel. Oh, Dark Angel. Oh, that's... Jesus, Dark Angel. I never watched that, but yeah, starring Jessica Alba. Was another forgotten character. Absolutely, absolutely. GCVD movies are sick. Uh, which are those movies? I don't think any character can survive woke relating. Yeah, no one can. Hey, Antonio had you. Now I see ya. Yes, a hero can be anyone, Patrick. Absolutely. It doesn't freaking matter. Common sense 8 comment. Well, not anymore, Frosy, unfortunately. Please raise your kids well, Gary. Don't let them get brainwashed by this nonsense. Oh, if I have kids, I'm not sure I will. Um, but yeah, in general, you're right. By on principle, of course, you're right. Kids have to be like taught very well and just explain all the things before they are exposed to all this stupidity, so they know what's what, which way is up. And you know what? Like before the pandemic, me and my friends from Superheroes Bulgaria, Logan and Peter, we went to the Bulgarian Comic Con, and we interviewed the awesome Flash Gordon. Uh, why am I freezing on his name now? Jesus, Flash Gordon, guys. I can't believe I'm freezing on his name. Hold on. Jesus. Sam Jones, yes. So we interviewed the awesome Sam Jones, and he said, evil in today's movies is not, is like blurred or something like this. Sometimes it's perceived as good, sometimes as bad. You have to watch the interview. It's here on the channel. I cut that out specifically from the con, so you can watch it separately. But yeah, he put it very well, even then, before the pandemic happened. He said it very well. It's not they're trying to blur the lines when we're watching something about a villain. Now, for example, there's many examples, but now there's gonna be an Agatha show. If you watch the WandaVision, there's Agatha there. Agatha in the comic books is not what she is on the screen. That's another topic, but they want to or they already have cast Audrey Plaza to play a villain there. So basically, Agatha, who is the villain in Wanda, because Wanda is not the real villain, that's another topic once again. But Agatha and Wanda, once again, she has her own show, her own freaking show. Anyway, so Agatha is supposed to be the villain, but now they're casting a new actress to play a villain to the villain, because they're trying to say that no villain is a villain, that everyone are misunderstood, and that all like deserve compassion to be understood. Nobody is actually evil, or what they're trying to delete evil now, like a concept. Nobody is really evil ever. Like what a freaking manipulation is that? Hey Nieshe, she said that I'm going to be assassinator the late show. I don't understand that. Sorry, I have to say it like in some other way. Cynthia Rothrock was epic. Yes, at least you know who she is. Patrick says, what was Joan of Arc The British Queen that fought the Romans. Uh, Actually, that's a good point. I mean, Joan of Arc is a. I mean, she's a historical person. That was a film with Mila Jovovich. Very serious, very heavy movie about a historical person that was. I mean, that did something that was never done before. So here we are, even Joan of Arc with what? What? I mean, who with Mila Jovovich, who still does her female-led movies, like the last one that was from this game. Yeah, Monster Hunter, and actually it was a pretty cool movie. I mean, maybe someone will say that it's like a bad movie or whatever, but I like such movies. They're very light and fun to watch, no matter how stupid they are perceived. I like them. I mean, it's a fun time. They are what they are. I mean, they know what they are. Charlie's Angels was a TV series from the 1970s. Sorry, I forgot that never happened according to Woke. Yeah. Back in my day, there were no women anywhere. I was the first. Yes, there were no women. Women. No women. No, 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 no. Absolutely no. And I, as a girl, have watched so many action movies led by a man, and I still love them and never even crossed my mind that, oh my gosh, there are guys. I cannot, for the life of me, enjoy those movies now. I cannot understand the characters. No, no, no. Like, how stupid is this? The enlightenment, the ego from these people is insane. I hope that they learn that the social media mob isn't a good influence for a movie. Nope, it is not. And this is a topic has blown up all over the internet. She is on the run. I don't know if she is faced by this even. Andrew says, great reference, Gary. We have similar taste. And yes, Kate Beckinsale is so beautiful. Absolutely. She has a new movie, Jolt. I watched it. It's not good, but still, she's amazing in it. Chubby, hi to you, Chubby. Sigourney paved the way for other actresses to play these roles, including Brie, who should really need some, and Charlotte, yeah, yeah. Brie Larson, you mean? Oh, she's one of the wokest of woke. Horrible. Cleopatra Jones? Not sure who that is. But freaking Cleopatra movies are female-led. She's not an action heroine. I mean, Cleopatra is obviously a historical person played by a lot of actresses. But still, it's a female-led movie. Aha! Oh yes, with the blue eyes. Chubby says, sorry for being so vulgar, but J Law has zero respect for those who paved the way for her schizo ass. I don't know what that is. To have opportunity. That is true. That is true. So that's a pretty good point. I mean, guys, because it is absolutely so sad and ironic that those people, and in this case Jennifer Lawrence and Viola Davis, that are trying so hard to make a problem when there isn't one, and to help female, actresses or whatever, they're making a problem because they are disrespecting a ton of other female actresses that came before, and they are still also, not only before, but they are still in the now. They're still working now. They're still doing things now. So they're disrespecting them, so many and legendary, that made history, actors, actresses. So it's so ironic, and it's not only about this topic. It is about every topic that is woke. They are doing a disservice to everyone, absolutely everyone, that are trying to defend, to everyone. There's nobody can benefit from a lie, especially when this lie is going against the better reality. That is it. You can quote me on that if you want. Jesus. Oh, thanks for the link, dear. Thank you. Boudica. She was the queen in Britain who rebelled against Rome. Yes, Boudica. In Xena, by the way, she was there. Her character was called Boudicca. I don't know why they changed it, but it's Xena, it's fantasy. So, yeah, she was done even there. And she was done very good there. The wife of Michael Hurst plays that. Actually, Michael Hurst, who played Eos. Just saying if you don't know this. Mila Jovovich in Ultraviolet was a landslide better than J1 Hunger Games. I mean, when I was a little kid, when I watched that, I watched it later though. But when I watched it, I was a little kid, and I did like that movie. But now I see how it's not good and CGI was horrible. But still, I love Mila Jovovich as a kick-ass woman there. Yeah, you can always watch older films, of course, and educate yourself about what was before. Just tuning in is not sure if you discussed Jamie Lee Curtis. Ah, thanks, Marto. Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis. Yeah, she also did stuff before, and now in her old age, she's freaking doing that in the Halloween movies. Jesus. I don't know what she did before that she let, accept those movies again before. She was in True Lies. That's not, well, I mean, it's not exactly a female led. I mean, it's not her role, but she was a main character, but I'm like whoever was leading, but still, it's a good thing. So you continue how in 1978 she was a true action hero, surviving Michael. Okay, okay. So, wow, that was in 78 then. Oh, wow. Okay. Thanks, Matty. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Thank you. Be well, please. I think not, but you're right. Howling could be an example. Yes. Was Mary Pickford an action comedy star? Technically, I think she might have been from the old films I've seen in her in. I have no idea. I mean, this particular actress, I'm not sure I know. Yeah, I really not sure about that. If we are going like to back in time, I also wouldn't know. Okay, not about everyone at least. If we're going horror, although it's not related to action for this case, the I Spit on Your Grave, 1978, the one, not the present. Watch, so to be careful. Aha. Okay, it's still a point. Someone has to say it, but Gary is 1000% more beautiful than J Law, and I bet would make for much better action star given to her training and discipline. Well, I am too like over the top, humbled, flattered. Like, thank you. It's a matter of, really how you see things, but I'm still flattered. Thank you so much. Mary Pickford was from the silent film era. Aha. Okay. I don't watch horror that much, usually. But, guys, on that point, I think someone asked me something about my horror movie preferences. I'm not sure, but I was supposed to do a Q&A today instead of this, but this came out, so here I am. The point is, if you want to ask me something on that Q&A, that is coming. I hopefully tomorrow, if I can do it tomorrow. Make sure to leave those questions on the community tab. There's a post about the Q&A, so you can just post your questions there. If you can't find that for some reason, you can just leave me any questions even in the comments, whenever you wish. But thanks Jeremy for sharing the link. Also on the Discord, which is free for everyone. You can join if you like. It's a Warhammer based one, but anyone can join. Damn it, Jennifer. Would much rather have had the Q&A. Oh, don't worry, Andrew, it's still coming. Thanks, Uchibi. Thank you. I mean, it's been a pretty tough time. A lot of discouragement, and yeah, but I gotta keep going. It's my freaking calling. That's how I feel it. No matter how that sounds, just how I feel it. I'll keep going. So yeah, thank you guys. Thank you very much. That's gonna be it. The topic. Viola Davis is a topic on herself, but I wanted to talk about the Woman King, but no, there's too much there that I'm gonna get to a lot of other stuff that's, the well, anyway. I mean, the most important thing is that they were trying to do historically, well, accurate movie and they marketed it as such, but it was the exact opposite. And some black actors did speak about that, rightfully so and objectively. And they're still the ones that have been disrespected here. So they're, once again, do not do any service to black history, black actors, black tribes, whatever they are doing in the service. Once again, so here we are. Thanks, Andre. I hope so. I really hope so. So, guys, that is it. Whew. If you like to support me, you know where. Patreon, PayPal, OnlyFans, where I do all of my sex educational content, fitness, health, nutrition, relationship advice, life coaching, and more. My own physique updates with the fitness and everything. So, coaching and a lot of stuff that hopefully are interesting too. So everything is there. Hope to see ya really tomorrow, guys. And yeah, Thunder woke is counterproductive and it's stupid and it's bad for absolutely everyone, including the people that are trying to put it, forward, unfortunately. So, love you guys. Sleep well if you have my time or in general. And I will see ya hopefully tomorrow, really. Love you.